bitches just get me off the door.
The caption says, getting fired from your job after 15 years. Point of view.
Cause the bitches just get me off the door.
Good morning, beautiful people. Are we gonna have a good morning? I definitely don't know. Yes, guys, I know it is 2:30 in the afternoon. It is not the morning time, but I definitely had to send this out. Today is Tuesday. Yes, today is Tuesday. But I definitely had to send this video out just to show you guys Costco and all of its beauty. And all of its beauty. Why am I showing you this, guys? Why am I showing you this, you ask? Oh, Costco has terminated me. Oh, the pain, the horror. The pain, the horror. This means no more MSN. So guys, take your last look at Costco and Monica's journey here. I will talk to you guys later. Get her replaced. Ask her to get her replaced. Aww.
We love you. We'll be here for you, Papa.
I know. I'm gonna see you later. I got you, bro. Guys. So, yes. I am no longer working for Costco.
He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. He got a good attitude. He's got a good attitude. I would bet this would have translated into his customer service. I mean, he's got good energy. So I feel like he's gonna be all right. I feel like things are gonna ultimately level out and he's gonna get what he deserves, and he's probably gonna move into something better. I don't know why they would have got rid of him. It's 15 years. I don't know if it has anything to do with benefits or trying to cut him off before he can get certain things. Like, I don't know if it was certain perks or certain things, like retirement stuff. I don't know. But you give 15 years of your life to a company. It's like, what has the company done for you? Because 15 years is a long time. And I don't know if it doesn't look like he might have moved up. It looks like he might have been doing the grunt work for 15 years. And so maybe that could be contributing to his attitude as well. Maybe this was just like an ends to a mean for him. And he wasn't really tripping about it anyway. Maybe he wasn't that invested, which is why he's able to stay so energetic. Who knows? But I don't know. 15 years, that's a lot of time to give to a organization. At that point, I kind of feel like you should have a little bit of skin in the game. But that's just how I would value 15 years. But, hopefully you got something to show for it. But regardless, man, you got a good attitude. He'll be all right. Y'all, before we get into the next clip, if you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also, if you could hype the video as well. But again, it's really just a click. So if you're here anyway, might as well click that like button and hype.
Dang, man. So I just got fired from Bayway. It's my last day. Today is freaking January 5th. I started working here October 1st in 2025. It's January 5th, 2026. And man, this is crazy. Man, I mean, I've been here for about 3 months now. And basically they fired me because I ain't selling enough cars. And honestly, I'm not really too like hurt about it or like anything of that nature. I kind of just like, when they told me, I kind of smiled a little bit, not gonna lie, because I had like thoughts about leaving or whatnot, but man, they let me go. They were like, there's no easy way to say this, whatever, but we're gonna have to part ways. And I'm like, man, okay, I took the L, and I went out with the grace, man. Shook everyone's hand. I'm like, man, thank you for the opportunity. This is where I started, but it's not gonna be where I finish. And that's the case for a lot of car salesmen. The turnover rate in this industry is very, very high. So I'm not worried. This is more motivation, actually, to just go harder, just go even harder the next time. And
Yeah, it's another good attitude. Good attitude. He got fired and he's taking his stride. He's a young man with a good attitude too. But here's the thing. Cars ain't really selling like that. Especially when we're talking about at the start of the year. He said this happened in January of this year. So it may not necessarily be his fault, but at the same time, there's tons of dealers that you can go to and you could fail forward. This was your first experience. Now you have experience selling cars. You're valuable to other dealerships, regardless. Especially if you were with a bigger dealer. You'll be just fine, especially if that's what you really want to do. Sometimes you come up short. Like he said, the turnover rate is nothing to laugh at in the car industry. So it's just a part of the game. Unfortunately, he was one of the people on the chopping block, but you'll be able to go somewhere else because I don't think, do car dealerships even really pay by the hour? Are they paying by the hour? Or is it strictly commission? Because here's the thing. That's really their loss. Listen, you don't got to spend your time there. Like I said, there's other places you can go. There's other opportunities, as well as you just always have to remember, man, especially at this level, you're trading your time for money. So if they don't want you or whatever, okay, you get your time back. Time is valuable no matter how you slice it. Even if you can use it now to start looking for maybe a better situation, a better job, a more stable career. And then even going through the pain of getting fired, that could spark something in you to where you reflecting yourself and you decide, you know what, let me get clear on what I actually want to do. So it could be a blessing, especially if you go somewhere else, you get fired again. You might realize that, shoot, I'm not going to say that you're not meant to sell cars because we can all learn something and we can all get better at something. But you may not have the natural affinity or maybe even the enjoyment of it. And this might bring you one step closer by cutting this out as an option. This may bring you one step closer to ultimately finding what it is that you are truly meant to do for the time being. So you just living life, you're going through life. It's part of life. But the dots are all going to connect at the end of the day, I promise.
Yes.
You the mom of the boy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
The caption says, when you get fired and arrested on your second day at work?
Yes.
You the mom of the boy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes. Where
Okay.
he at anyway?
So he's upstairs talking with another officer right now.
Okay, is the people here?
Yes, ma'am.
They stay here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll wait. 'Cause
Okay.
that's a 17-year-old child. Dang.
Okay.
I definitely
Do you
don't
have an
think-
understanding of what happened?
Absolutely. This triggered from the school because the little girl don't like my daughter. I went up to the school, made a report, talked to the principal. Everything was situated. This was 2 years ago. Y'all see, 2 weeks ago, excuse me.
Okay.
Y'all see my child and want to say some shit to him when he by himself at work. I don't play that. I don't play that.
Okay.
You figure on the school thing. You figure
It
that what it
is.
was.
The little girl don't like my daughter. Okay?
Okay.
I went up to the school, had a meeting with the principal, and the principal talked to her mother about this whole ordeal. Was dead, over with. They realized it's nothing else to be said. It is what it is. But now y'all want to come up here and see my child? Oh yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
So my understanding of the situation, as explained by them and the employees here, there was a disagreement in the aisle over him, maybe. There's nobody who witnessed this part.
Exactly, because it probably didn't happen.
Pushing a buggy into the mother.
He's definitely not going to do this.
Okay.
His second day working here. He's new.
I understand. Okay. I'm not saying he did or did not do that. That's what alleged. Okay. She confronted him at the front.
A 17-year-old child.
Hmm.
Okay.
So she confronted him about trying to hit her with the buggy.
Okay.
Some words were exchanged on both ends, and
Of
then
course.
he tried to hit her daughter.
Probably.
It took 3 of the Kroger employees to hold him back from doing so.
I'm gonna be real. If the situation is over, we was in the aisle. Something about a buggy. It just sounds trivial in itself. But we was in the aisle. You had a problem in the aisle, but now we ain't in the aisle. Time done passed. Life done went on. And then you want to come find me and try to address me? And I'm referring to, it sounds like the complainant, who is sounds like is an adult and who complained on this woman's 17-year-old son. It sounds like they went and found him and felt like they needed to address what happened in the aisle after it had already happened. Your opportunity is done. At this point, now you starting it because you didn't say nothing in real time. So, right off the bat, from what I can contextualize, so far, it sounds like they went and started it with the young man. Now, it sounds like he reacted. Listen, when you start something, you have, listen, how people react, we got to be proportional. We always have to be proportional. It has to be that's ideal. But at the same time, it's a gray area and it sounds like this was off the grid. And by off the grid, I mean that there was no witnesses. I'm sure there's a camera, but it's probably not going to pick up on the audio. So, but just trying to make sense of it, that's what I was able to come up with so far, and that's my perspective. Let's get some more info though.
Kroger employees to hold him back from doing so.
Probably. Yep.
Okay.
Probably. What'd you expect? It's a grown-up and a child antagonizing my child while he's at work. So of course he's gonna do that. He's gonna protect himself. Absolutely.
Okay. That's not protecting yourself.
Yeah. And her addressing my child is not is not protecting herself either. He wasn't gonna do nothing to you. He's a little boy. 16,
Right.
just turned 17. But it's all good. Just make sure I have everybody information. I'm gonna wait for my
Officer, that kind of is protecting yourself because if the thing already happened before and then now you and another person are coming to address one person, and it seems like you're trying to do it in the context of them being at work, when you as the adult should clearly know that you could literally just go to the manager and you can just go and report them that way. It's that simple. Why are you going back to somebody that apparently, allegedly, they showed some act of aggression in the aisle? You didn't feel comfortable in that moment to call it out, but then you went and mustered up something to then be able to go back and try to address somebody. It doesn't work like that. You had time and opportunity to just go and tell the manager, whatever. You don't have no business going up to that young man, especially if it sounds like y'all are already familiar and have already had issues in another situation, in another circumstance, apparently at the school or something. I think that's what I heard.
is not protecting herself either. He wasn't gonna do nothing to you. He's a little boy. 16,
Okay.
just turned 17. But it's all good. Just make sure I have everybody information. I'm gonna wait for my child.
Okay.
And I'll be up to the school tomorrow.
So
Because clearly it sounds like y'all took their side. And
it's
that's
not
what it
about
sounds like
taking
from
sides.
you. So I'm not done talking. Done
Okay.
talking.
You'll have a report.
I definitely will. Sure will. Thank you.
Do me a favor.
Oh, I don't know. He's upstairs now.
I'm
No,
not
he said
keeping
they
that.
got his.
Oh,
You're
he
gonna
got
give it
the
back
ID.
to
He got the
him.
ID, right?
Correct?
At the jail.
To my child?
Yes.
Oh, you're crazy.
All right. Go grab 3 case report cards. I need one for Kroger. I need one for this lady here, And I need one for our complaint.
Hmm?
Yes, ma'am. Can you start a supervisor up here? I have a upset mother. All right, Mr. Crawford, do me a favor. Stand up for me.
Is your parents know where you are?
His mom's downstairs.
Oh, okay.
I got a supervisor coming to talk to her. She's a little upset.
I can manage.
Get my jacket at least.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Here, I'm gonna tie this around your waist.
That's not a good day.
Well, do you want people to see your cuffs? I could drape it around your hands, man. I'm trying to give you some kind of respect.
Sure.
What did he do? What did he do? But here's what you got to understand. And parents, not teaching our kids, not preparing our kids for real. Because she's still addressing him as a kid. She's talking about 16, turning 17. Ma'am, in most states, 17, you can start getting charged as an adult. So that's when you have to start really, especially your young men, if you got young boys, you got to start really hammering it into them. You can't just be out here reacting emotionally, especially for the fellas. See, if you watch the ladies, they can have all type of situations where they need to be held back and they going off on people. They could be going off on their waiter, whatever. And they'll leave that situation 9 times out of 10. And people will just be like, can you just please leave? Even the police will come down there. Can we just de-escalate this? You as a young man, you getting emotional, all this type of stuff. They can't wait to put you under the jail. And now you turn 17. It sounds like now they have the ability to do that. And you don't ain't going to juvie. And it may be on your record. Probably be able to come off. It seems petty. I don't even think they really had to do this. But regardless, if you did lose control in the moment, which he's young, so you got to give him that. But this is why fathers are important, especially for young men, because he needs to be prepared. Especially now he's out and about more. He's dealing with people. He needs to be prepared. So he's 17 now. So now anything he does, this can affect his entire life's trajectory and his future.
I could drape it around your hands, man. I'm trying to give you some kind of respect.
Sure.
Okay. I think those doors are locked.
I wanted to know why you going to jail.
We'll talk about it later. That's an emergency.
But like they walked up on him though.
Okay, we'll talk about it later.
Or you don't want to hear his testimony? You don't want to get a statement from him? I mean, we already kind of knew that, but it sounds like this guy, because we know how people are when they feel like you're at work sometimes. Listen, you got some degenerate workers, but you got some degenerate customers too, who take advantage of the fact that you're at work. And so they can talk to you any type of way and you better stay professional. Look, but lo and behold, you got this young man who don't give two issues about that, like a lot of these young men are. And so you got a rude awakening back. He matched your energy.
Yeah, no problem, but I cannot talk to my child because he's 16. This is the first time. Like, he don't get in trouble. Okay, ask the question, are they going to get press charged too? Because they came to his... I need a supervisor. Because
it's
you
already
are
on the
rude
way.
For one. And I'm not even talking to you. I can take the...
What's the charge?
But at the same time, if they came up to his job and antagonized him, how is he the one getting punished and not them?
I'm not the investigator.
And he's the nasty motherfucker too. So I don't want to deal with that motherfucker at all.
He's the investigator.
Just because they were about to be, because they came up to him and tried to fight him, he had to be held back, and now he's getting...
I got too much going on. You're asking a question. I understand you're explaining.
Right. I want to know why is he the one getting in trouble when they came up to his job?
Again, that's a question for the investigative officer. I didn't
Who
even
is the
get a chance.
investigative officer? Or can I request somebody else? Because he's a nasty motherfucker.
At this point, he handled the
Yeah,
whole
I'm not
investigation.
dealing with him. I'm not dealing with him.
Well, they might not have came up to his job. They might have just been going to the store. Listen. It sounds like this did not get physical. So it leads me to think it must have just been a threat. Obviously, trying to get to somebody is a threatening in itself, but he must have said something too that was heard. Because in most cases, people didn't see them approach you. They just see you going off trying to get to them. So I guess that's an easy thing to prove if you're being the party who's being the most irate and then you're making a scene to where you need to be held back by 3 people. So listen, he had responsibility in this too. He did, because at the end of the day, you can never lose control like that. You're being held back by 3 people. If you're not being held back, what you trying to do? What were you gonna do if 3 people weren't able to restrain you? So at the end of the day, it'll probably be a good lesson for him. Hopefully, it doesn't go on his record. But yeah, man, you can't be a man out here so out of control and unable to control yourself that 3 people, it takes 3 people just to get control of you.
One getting in trouble when they came up to his job.
Again, that's a question for the investigative officer. I didn't
Who
even
is the
get a chance.
investigative officer? Or can I request somebody else? Because he's a nasty motherfucker.
At this point, he handled the
Yeah,
whole
I'm not
investigation.
dealing with him. I'm not dealing with him. But them motherfuckers right
If
there.
you-
Oh yeah.
If you get,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a supervisor coming. If you guys
They
back
say
up and
because
give me a
he's
few
trying to
minutes,
fight them, they can take
I could get you
them
some
down.
more answers.
For some shit trying, and they come up to his motherfucking job. You feel me? Alright.
If you guys want to go stand, you'll be able to talk to him. Just give me a second to talk.
What is he being charged with, first of all?
I'm about
Yeah,
to ask.
we
You don't know that either.
Give me a second.
Y'all wasn't here.
This nasty motherfucker, he a nasty motherfucker.
So if you guys give us
Yes, he a nasty motherfucker.
at the door so I can talk to him, and
Yeah,
I'll get
I'ma
you
wait
some
right here.
answers.
But see, ma'am, it's no wonder why your son lost control. You can't even get control. It's no wonder why your son lost. So, see, this is what a lot of times I want to know, especially when I see men who can't control themselves or can't control their impulses. Where did you learn this from? That's what I want to know. Exhibit A. We trying to get information, and you can't get control so that we can get information, because information and knowledge is power. Once we have some more information, then we can start, especially if you feel like this is unjustified, just going off to where people can look at this and just be like, oh, this is just a messy scene. It's just chaotic. It basically gives the officer, if he is doing something wrong, a guise to withdraw into. However, if you stay concise, what is he getting arrested for? Because we need to know that as soon as possible. Don't give them time to be trying to come up with stuff and research the laws. Let him say it on camera. He's getting arrested for, or let him be like, That's how you do that. See, if you slow it down and you just actually think and be strategic, you need to know what your son's getting arrested for. And you need them to go ahead and put that on wax right now. Because don't get to the jail, don't get wherever else, and then now it's a whole nother charge because you realize that one doesn't fit. Because you rushed this because you were just getting tired of hearing my mouth. So you just rushed it. It was like, man, let's arrest. Maybe even you got frustrated with me. Because I'm going to be real. She might have got her son arrested. I don't know if y'all remember that point. But when she was getting an attitude with the officer and she was going back and forth with him, and like she was just being smart with him, he kind of was getting frustrated to where it was like, okay. And I wouldn't be surprised, which I don't think is right, if that's what he did. But I wouldn't be surprised if she also contributed to him just being like, oh, okay. Yeah, watch this. She didn't help it. We know that. So she either didn't affect it or she did affect it negatively. And based off what I saw, I feel like she did. I feel like she contributed as well for what her son's dealing with. And this is why you need to gain control, ma'am. You can't get control of yourself. And so your son lost control because this is what he's imitating, most likely.
A nasty mother.
So if you guys give us
Yes, he a nasty mother.
at the door so I could talk to him and
Yes,
I'll get
I'ma
you
wait
some
right here.
answers.
I'm gonna just
Okay?
wait right here.
Okay, so what are the charges?
Simple assault.
Simple assault.
There we
Okay,
go.
and then what actually happened?
The mom alleged that he tried to hit her with the buggy.
Okay.
That's under question. Nobody knows if
Okay.
that happened or not. There's no witnesses to it. He's saying he was just moving the buggy out of the way,
Okay.
which is possible.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
She confronted him with it,
Uh-huh.
and when she confronted
When did she confront him? We need to know when. What you mean she confronted him with it? Did she confront him in the... Maybe this happened in the moment. Maybe this did happen in the moment.
him, they started exchanging words, cussing at each other. Okay.
Okay.
When he started cussing at mom, daughter came over and started talking smack. At which point, he tried to hit her.
Okay.
Store employees grabbed him and pulled him away before he was able to. Mom was holding him back.
The employees corroborated that?
Yep.
Okay. And when you say try, like what did they explain happened?
Right. See, this dude is getting the information. He must be the supervisor. You said daughter went over and started talking smack. What daughter? How old was the daughter? But ultimately, she came over basically because he was going back and forth with her mama. And so she stepped up. Did she step up in an aggressive way? Come on, man. You're not gonna tell me they don't got no cameras in here. And that's why I feel like his mom is the reason he's getting not evicted, arrested. Because honestly, they should have took the time to go back and review the cameras. I know they have cameras in there. The fact that he just made the arrest like that when he could have probably watched some cameras, that tells me he might have just got frustrated. You see why everybody keeps scrutinizing him like, what exactly are you arresting this dude for? Because I think he got frustrated with her and was like, okay, watch this.
Okay. And when you say try, like what did they explain happened?
Balled up his fists. He was trying to get around mom to hit her.
Balled up
That
his
was
fist.
the lady at the customer service desk as well as security guard.
Third party.
Look, his own supervisor looks like, man, cut the BS. Look at his supervisor's reaction. You could tell this officer might be somebody who does the most a lot for no reason and tries to like be super technical. Look at his supervisor's reaction when he said that.
The customer service desk as well as security guard.
Third parties.
Watch this.
Like what did they explain happened?
What did he do?
Balled up his fists. He was trying to get around mom to hit her. That was the lady at the customer service desk as
Look,
well
he's
as security
like,
guard.
Third parties. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
what do you mean balled up his fist? Did he swing? He balled up his fist and he was trying to get around mom to hit her. You just said that the daughter stepped up to him. So by her just coming forward at him, she just maybe so happened to didn't have her fist balled up. But what if she was doing all this and that in his face? He balled up his fist, and because he steps forward or whatever, all of a sudden now he's trying to get to her and whatever. I don't know, man. This seems like a stretch. This seems like a stretch to me.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I need. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
From my understanding about the whole thing that went down, initially the call came out because the alleged incident was he tried to hit her
Which
with a
nobody
buggy.
saw.
No,
Nobody
that's
saw.
not even important
Yeah,
right now.
exactly.
What is that we have third-party witnesses that said that an argument ensued and
Right.
saw him attempt to hit somebody.
Right, but he did. So if they, so
The,
it takes two people.
So you're just going off witnesses saying he balled up his fist and tried to get to her. That's not enough. He balled up it. That could mean a lot of things. You could have your fist balled up at your side and be trying to get to somebody. And people will put extra spice on things. Because you wasn't trying to listen to that other worker who was a third party witness. That would mean that there's conflicting stories because his peer was like, she came up to him. You need video. You need the video. You're taking a stretch just to charge a 17-year-old with simple assault. I think simple assault, you just have to feel threatened. It just comes down to if a person feels threatened. I would think you would need clear evidence or a confession.
To argue, he can't argue by himself.
right.
So what I'm saying is, how come I want to press charges to the mama? That's a child. That's an adult.
So follow along with what I'm saying. The simple assault is what he's being charged with. All right, and I'll pull up the OCGA and read it to you, so there's no confusion with that. But all a simple assault has to be is it's not touching.
Right.
Okay, that's battery.
Right.
Assault is there's a threat and a perceived threat that something imminent may occur. Okay.
See what he said? A perceived threat that something imminent may occur. So you feel threatened.
Okay, so like if I were to like lunge at you or throw a fist and you guys are like, oh, he's gonna hit me, that's an assault. I never did it, but that's an assault.
Right. So a question.
But what if he felt threatened? They said that the young woman, first off, they came and addressed him, 2 people to 1. Then he said that he was arguing with the mama, and then the daughter came up and stepped up to him. What if he felt threatened, and so as a defense, he then threatened back? This is why the simple assault thing, based off just going off of stories and all this, that doesn't work, sir. That doesn't work. This is definitely a little bit of some biased policing from what it appears, because you got nothing but time. Try to get a camera, try to get the camera or whatever, but camera footage. But if you can't get that, you could really let this slide as far as a simple assault. I'm gonna just be real. You're just looking. This is when you're just looking for a charge. You're just looking to find just charge. Simple assault ain't even nothing. And again, I would expect this to just be she was being a busybody and trying to come back and address him about something stupid, pushing a cart or whatever, maybe moving it out his way. He was probably racking the shelves or something. He pushed the cart. She recognized him. They took it personal. Like, oh, you're going to push my cart? They brought it. If you going this hard to try to charge this young man with simple assault, you either need to have solid evidence, or you at least need to have the other involved party to where they did not prompt this whatsoever, and this was just somebody just being aggressive to them, unprovoked. Yeah. And they ain't gonna have a case because it's gonna be so little. It's probably gonna get dropped. But and when I say they ain't gonna have a case, I mean I see they probably want to sue or something, but you ain't gonna be able to sue for this. But I mean, you can sue for anything, but it's probably just gonna get dropped, and he's probably not gonna get it on his record because this is a stretch. This is a stretch. Y'all, we'll leave it there for today. If you could like the video, I greatly appreciate it. Only takes a second, and it actually helps out more than you know. And also if you can hype the video. Hype is a new feature that YouTube offers where it helps smaller content creators like myself. And basically when you hype, it actually pushes us to the extent that it pushes the larger content creators. So you just press the hype button and it shows the points. And since I am a smaller creator, a smaller channel, we actually get more points per hype. And hype is designed for smaller channels. So that's why. But if you come across my video and you don't see the hype button, then it's probably been over 7 days. And hype usually vanishes after 7 days. So it's usually best practice if you want to hype to just go ahead and hype while the iron is hot on a newer video. And also, if you want to become a member of the channel as well, the join button's on the video. And what becoming a member of the DXU family will come with is you will get badges next to your comments where it will show people that you are a member whenever you leave a comment, as well as you will get early access to content and also exclusive content that's not available for everyone else on YouTube. So again, if you want to become a member, the join button's on the video. But until then, I'll see you in the next video.